Hello everyone, my name is Heather and welcome to my channel. If you're new here and you didn't know, I had gastric sleeve surgery on December 20th, 2024. So it's been officially a little over a year since I had my weight loss surgery. I'm a little late to filming this for like officially 1 year post-op, but that's okay. We're here now though. I bet you're all wondering how much weight I've officially lost since now that it's a year. I have officially lost ranging from 85 to 90 pounds, which is great, but I also try not to look at it just number wise. I look at non-scale victories too, just because everybody's body is different. Everybody has a different amount they need to lose. Two people could weigh the exact same and look completely different. I started this journey at around 270. I think my highest was like a little over 270, and I am now officially ranging between 180 and 185, which I haven't been that weight since high school, so proud of myself. So let's just get into it. Let's get into what no one really tells you about weight loss surgery, the changes to expect. Do I regret it? Do I not? So I have some stuff written down on my phone. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of what to expect. I've lost 85 to 90 pounds. It ranges depending on the day. It's normal for your weight to fluctuate depending on the day. No matter what anyone tells you, it could be water weight, you didn't have a bowel movement, like who knows? That is one thing that will change post VSG surgery, your bowel movements. Okay, we're just gonna kind of jump around about what my experience has been in the year that I've had like 80% of my stomach removed. One thing that has changed that I feel like is a rare occurrence for VSG patients and bariatric patients in general, I actually do not get nauseous. I do not have as many stomach problems as I did before surgery, which I feel like a lot of people say their stomach becomes more sensitive. Now I have like a stomach of steel. There's only a few things that really upset my stomach, but before, not to get like TMI, but I'm all about getting TMI. I would have like diarrhea like multiple times a week, and now I just don't. I feel like I don't get nauseous nearly as much as I did before surgery, but that could be that I'm eating like different foods now. But I've started incorporating like unhealthy foods back into my diet, and it doesn't affect me as much as it used to. Like I used to have like stomach attacks like all the time, like doubled over in pain, nausea and everything. That doesn't happen anymore. My stomach can pretty much take anything, which is crazy. I feel like not a lot of people have had the same experience as me, but that's one weird one that I've had. This is an extremely challenging mental journey to go through. Old habits die hard. I struggled with emotional eating, binge eating disorder. You kind of never really expect that switch to affect you as much as it does, because a lot of people who struggle with emotional eating, they eat to get out that emotion, and with that taken away from you, you kind of feel empty inside, which sounds so sad, but it's true. Like food becomes that emotional crutch for you, and you can't just do that anymore. Like especially the first few months are really, really, really hard. You feel like, what have I done to myself? I can't even drink water. Like there's no enjoyment in eating anymore. And trust me, that does get better. I eat a lot now. I definitely enjoy my food. That never goes away. This is not gonna magically fix, oh, my food addiction. Still struggle with it to this day. I'm still trying to find healthy ways to cope. Like I do still eat unhealthy sometimes now that I can and my stomach can handle it. Definitely not the best choices, but I still do it. Life is life, let's be realistic. You know, that emotional piece of it kind of never really goes away. It definitely helps. Like the first like 6 months, I ate so healthy, and I was feeling great, and I just like, I had a routine and I was tracking like crazy, but I was kind of overdoing it in a way. I became obsessive about it. So I've had the extremes of both ends. So now I'm trying to meet in the middle and be as balanced as I can, eat as healthy as I can, but also enjoy life and go get food with my friends if I want. Speaking of food and eating out, that is something I didn't realize would be an issue for me after surgery as well. Eating out used to be like my favorite thing ever. I used to love going out to eat, especially with friends. And now, mostly at restaurants or just picking food in general gives me such anxiety, because I'm like, okay, what can I actually like feel satisfied with that if I don't finish it? It's frustrating because you want to keep eating because you're enjoying your meal and you just have to stop. I became like embarrassed at restaurants because some waiters and waitresses have no filter and they're just like, what, did you not like it or whatever? Or if I ask for a box or something. A lot of people don't, but it started to become like something that I was avoiding. I didn't eat out for a while. I was really uncomfortable like sitting in a restaurant and not being able to finish my food. It was just like a foreign feeling for me, and I didn't love it, but now it's gotten a lot better. Restaurant portions are just crazy big, so I feel like I'll be dealing with that for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be a to-go box girly forever. Meanwhile, before I was never a to-go box girl. Like I ate everything on my plate, but now not so much. I think one thing that's really hard with this journey is the complete switch and like how you have to adapt, but it's not the end of the world. Like it's definitely great changes. Like I'm not overeating anymore. For a while it was hard. Fast food I tend to lean a little more towards just because I can order less. Like I could just get like a taco and something else at Taco Bell, or a 4-piece chicken nugget and a small fry, and like be able to mostly finish that, and I feel a little more fulfilled in a way. Because when you're not finishing what's on your plate, it plays mind tricks with you. It's like you feel physically full, but mentally you're like, okay, that did nothing for me, if that makes sense. It's definitely getting better. It obviously takes getting used to, and this is gonna be my life from now on forever. So there will be a time where I don't even remember what it was like to eat before the surgery. And with that like anxiety of like not being able to finish stuff, there's also frustration involved. Again, attached to the emotional eating. Like you're just not used to the amount that you're eating and consuming, and it's normal. And it's just, it takes time. It takes time, and that's the biggest lesson I've learned through this whole journey. Even without like food involved, like time heals your body, time heals your mind, and it's a big change, but a good change. It's just change can be hard. Change can be uncomfortable, but it's the change a lot of us need who get the surgery. We become so comfortable in our lives. We don't want to change, and I am really bad with change. And this journey has made me face my fear of change head on, and it's changed my life in more than just a physical way. Like it's changed my brain, and it's made me face a lot of problems that I was ignoring in my life. It has definitely changed me for the better, but it has no means been easy, and it is far from over. A huge fear that I've had to get over is the fear of my stomach ripping open from overeating, which can happen, but like it's rare. So like obviously don't overeat, but like it was a fear I had for months and months and months and months, and I still do. I'm like still convinced, like, oh my god, am I like ruining my stomach? No, your stomach is not gonna explode. Well, don't quote me on that, don't like take that verbatim, but it hasn't for me, knock on wood. But yeah, that was something I had to get over, is like, okay, you're fine, like you only ate a little bit, you're gonna be okay. But as I've been able to eat more, I've been really struggling with like the mindset of, oh my god, I'm gonna gain everything back. And now that my body could tolerate more, I'm like, oh my god, I'm a fat pig. Like, why am I eating so much? But in retrospect, if I look at what I'm eating, it's really not that big of a portion. You do, like, I'm a year out, I can tolerate a lot more. And I feel like online, a lot of people say how much they eat as a gastric sleeve patient, and I feel like I eat more than them. And I'm only a year out, and these people are like 2 years out, 3 years out. So don't judge yourself based on like what other people are eating, because I can definitely eat way more than like some other people at the same stage as me. Like I think because I got it done so young, I had like 0 to no complications. It really hasn't affected my eating at all. Like I am so grateful. Like there's not a lot that upsets my stomach. Now I can handle pretty much anything, and my portions are like a fair size, but nothing crazy. And I definitely think that was to do with, I got the surgery when I was younger. I got it when I was 23 years old. So my body it adjusted to it pretty quickly. Whereas someone in like their 40s or 50s might have a harder time, and their stomach might never adjust the way mine has. Yeah, I think everyone's different, and that's just listen to your body. Nobody's perfect, okay? That's another thing. I love the TikTok bariatric community, but I feel like everyone portrays themselves as like perfect, and like they're doing all the right things, and this is what they're eating, and they're hitting all their goals. I am far from perfect. I don't exercise. I need to. Old habits die hard. You think like this surgery and losing that amount of weight will give you so much energy, you're gonna change your life, and a lot of people do. I haven't. I don't exercise. I need to, and that's a goal of mine. I eat unhealthy still. You know, I enjoy McDonald's, I enjoy Taco Bell, Wingstop, all the things. I try to make healthier choices, but life is not gonna fully change unless you really want it to. Then but you have to work hard. That's all I'll say. Listen to your doctor. and listen to your body. That's my biggest advice. Let's talk about substances after VSG. I feel like I don't see a lot of people talk about this, but I have experienced things. We're gonna talk about 21 and over topics. I'm 24 years old. So just for reference, I'm talking about this at an educational level. Obviously, alcohol, your body ingests differently now that you have 30% of your stomach, 20% of your stomach, whatever it is. With alcohol, I didn't start drinking until 3 months after. I think you're supposed to wait 6 months. I don't know. I was fine. You are a lighter weight, so you're gonna have to consume less alcohol than you did before. It also affects you a little differently. I think like it affects your blood alcohol levels a little different. So even if you have one drink, you're not supposed to drive. So I have taken that very seriously. I don't do that. It also doesn't hit me quickly. I think like my body is just like has such slow digestion. It doesn't hit me very quickly. So I drink 1 or 2 drinks. I don't feel anything. So I keep drinking and then it all hits me at once. So I would say just like slow it down. Yeah, I've definitely gone crazy. I'm not perfect. I had to go to the hospital one night because I overindulged and they couldn't pump my stomach because I had the surgery like less than a year before. So they just kind of let it run its course with a bunch of IVs. So that was an experience, but now I'm a lot more careful. Just be careful, have someone with you, don't do it alone, and you know, be responsible. Whether you're a bariatric patient or not, be responsible. Now, as far as gardening, that is hard when the munchies hit because that was a fear of mine after the surgery. I avoided it for a little bit because I was scared of the munchies. I thought like I was gonna eat and then everything was gonna explode. I feel like I do get the munchies, but it's different in the sense that like you can't like overeat. So you'll crave something and you'll want to eat it, and you can eat maybe a little bit more than normal. Like the other day I ate like 4 cookies and I was like out for the count. I was like, oof, that's too much. But like before the surgery, I probably would have had like 20 cookies and been like, give me more. You do eat a little bit more when you have the munchies. Maybe speak to your doctor about it. I haven't spoken to my doctor about it. I've just kind of like been careful. Don't overeat too much and like don't do it all the time. I just do it like for fun sometimes. My tolerance has gone down. I have gummies. I can only take half a gummy or else I will have a severe panic attack. Even with half a gummy, I still get in like that panic state sometimes. So I've kind of been like I haven't really been doing it much, but like my tolerance has gone down. I don't know if that's a weight thing or what it is, but yeah, I figured I'd talk about that because I feel like I want to be real, like with what I've experienced. Like life is life. Let's not pretend to be perfect. Like you can still do substances after your surgery. Obviously, do it safely. Like don't be an idiot. Take it slow. See how your body reacts. Definitely listen to your body. Like it's a new body. It's a new you. Pretend you're introducing it for the first time. So other than that, other substances I have not tried and I don't plan on trying. I do it very like socially, sometimes not crazy about it, you know, but I figured I'd talk about it just to inform you if you partake in gardening or drinking. Be safe. It's very hard staying hydrated when you're after surgery. I'm still struggling with it. I used to be a freak about water. I would drink like multiple tumblers a day, multiple Stanleys a day, and now I can barely get one. It's so much work. Flavored water has helped, but I'm trying not to ingest chemicals anymore, like sugar-free, like artificial stuff. I haven't been flavoring my water. I mean, I could probably put lemon in it. That might help, but it's hard. It's really hard. It's just like, now that I'm over a year out, I can chug water for the most part, not too much, because then I'll feel like I have to throw up. Like you just feel so full. But for the first like 6 months, it was hard. I was like, I would like cry over it because like I wanted to drink water, but it just hurt. It like hurt. It felt like you were like squeezing your stomach, and it's really hard to stay hydrated. Over a year out, I am definitely not as hydrated as I should be. but I'm working on it. It's definitely like a full-time freaking job trying to get hydrated after gastric sleeve surgery. Like, it's crazy. On a good day, I'll drink like 1.5 Stanleys, and that's still not the recommended amount of water. So I think I'm gonna be forever dehydrated. Something that has completely changed since I've had surgery is my skin texture and my acne. Your hormones change, and my hormonal acne has been crazy. I have at least like 3 pimples on my face at a time. I used to have like such clear skin. I would get a pimple maybe once a month when my period was coming. Now I just always have acne, and my skin texture has changed. It's like not as soft as it used to be. It's kind of like really textured and like little bumps everywhere, and like that did happen after the surgery. So I don't know if that's like a hormone change or a change of diet, change of nutrients I'm getting. I don't know, but my skin has not been the best. But I would take bad skin over being severely overweight any day. So hopefully it stays not too crazy, but my skin has definitely changed, I've noticed. A positive change though is my period. I get regularly now. Before I had my surgery, before I lost weight, in like 2022, I noticed that my period stopped coming every month. It would come like every like 3 months, and it would get more separated as time went on. Once I lost weight, my period came back normally, and it's pretty consistent. It comes like the same day every month. So I think losing weight has fixed my hormones in that way, back to normal periods. I used to have like completely normal periods before I was like at my heaviest. Then it just kind of got bad, and I became like super overweight, and my period would not come every month. So that's been a positive change. My period's back to normal. My hormones are hormoning. Love that for me. And body dysmorphia is real on this journey. Like, you will feel so skinny one day, or at least this is me. I will feel so skinny one day. Nobody can touch me. I am the skinniest girl that's ever lived. And then I'll look in the mirror again and be like, wow, I haven't lost any weight at all, which isn't true. I've lost literally almost 90 pounds. But some days I'm like, wow, I am still humongous, which like I still have weight to lose, but let's not discredit how much I've lost. If you've struggled with body dysmorphia, I'm sorry to tell you, babe, it's not going away. But then I'll look back at pictures and be like, oh wow, I'm really not as big as I thought I was. If I take a picture now, I'll look at it and be like, wow, I don't look as big as I thought I am right now. But then I'll look at pictures from before my surgery and be like, I don't remember being that big. Like, you don't realize how much like your face changes or like your body changes until it does, and you look at pictures. That's a big recommendation I have. Take progress pictures. I wish I did it more. I just got into such a rut with my mental health aside from this journey, and I stopped like caring about taking pictures and progress, and that's also why I didn't film this video until now. But I recommend you do, because you will see the difference is crazy. But I think that's pretty much it in the sense of like talking about it. I do want to show you a couple of my staples in my diet and stuff I've just been loving after this journey. So I'm gonna go grab those. It's just kind of random things. Yeah, you don't have to like follow what I do, but I'm just gonna give you some things that have really gotten me through this journey. Okay, I've grabbed the things. They're all behind me. I'm gonna get into each one. First thing, protein products, like protein powders, protein shakes, stuff like that. This is my favorite protein powder. It's Clean Simple Eats, and the Simply Vanilla flavor is one of the best vanilla protein powders on the market, in my opinion. Not as like artificial tasting as like other protein powders, and this just has like a vanilla bean taste, not necessarily like cakey, gross stuff. I love this in protein coffee. Highly recommend it. It's kind of on the expensive side. I think I think this is like 60 bucks for like a big bag of this. I don't really use it as much anymore, just because I've been kind of weaning myself off of protein products, trying to get all of my protein through food if I can, but I still do use it sometimes. This is really good because when you're looking for a protein, you want whey protein isolate, which is the first ingredient on here. You'll get the most protein absorbed in your body. I don't know the science about it, but I know whey protein isolate is like the protein that you'll absorb the most through like a powder. You don't want like another different type of protein. As far as taste goes and like pre-made shakes, Fairlife kills it every time. These are the ones that I really love that just taste like chocolate milk and vanilla milk. They're so good, 30 grams of protein. This is the only one I have right now. It's the strawberry banana one, Core Power. Core Power is also really good. The vanilla one is crazy good. And they also have Core Powers that are 42 grams of protein or something like that, something crazy. So highly recommend Fairlife. They know what they're doing with protein shakes, pre-made, as pre-made goes. Another protein I've tried that I really like is this Mooless brownie batter flavor. If you want like a non-dairy version, like a, I don't know if it's vegan, I guess it's vegan. It's not vegan, but it's whey protein isolate. Somehow it's non-animal whey protein isolate. I don't know how they did it, but it tastes really good. I really love the chocolate fudge brownie flavor. So I highly recommend that. Then a swap that I made that I probably won't ever go back is swapping regular milk for Fairlife milk. It's just a no-brainer. Like if you look at the protein of like a normal cup of milk versus Fairlife, a normal cup of milk only has 8 grams protein and Fairlife has 13 grams protein just because how it's filtered. And Fairlife is lactose free, so if you're lactose intolerant, you can still drink Fairlife milk. I get the fat free. I also like the 2%. I like the whole milk version. It's just a good, it's a good swap to get more protein, a little less sugar, no lactose. So yeah. Another thing I always have in the fridge, cheese. Any type of cheese, I need it. I love these brie cheese bites and I love Colby Jack cheese. You gotta have cheese on hand. It's an easy way to get protein in and it's delicious. I love cheese before the surgery, but like it's such a good little snack to have. It's very satiating, so I love having cheese on hand. Other thing, diet soda. Now this is Poppy, so it's not necessarily a diet soda. It's more of a prebiotic soda sweetened with, I think it's agave. It's just a little better for you than diet soda, less chemical stuff. I'm trying to be better with ingesting chemicals and trying to ingest in more whole foods and stuff like that. But if you don't really care about that, you don't have to care about that. You could totally lose weight and not care about like chemicals and artificial sweeteners. I highly recommend, if you're a Dr. Pepper lover, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Not Diet Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. It's like the best diet soda I've found for myself, or Sprite Zero Sugar. But lately I've been drinking Poppies and they've really been hitting the spot, and I really love this flavor, cranberry fizz. I hope it's not just for the holiday. I think it is, but like it's been really good. I also tried Olipop. This one is really good, so I need to pick up more of that. So that's my little soda spiel. I've been loving these midday squares lately. The ingredients are great, and this is like a little healthy swap for like a peanut butter cup type flavor, and it's just like the perfect little square for a bariatric patient. But the ingredients are like top tier and they're just so good. And there's only 2 grams of added sugar, so it's really not that bad. And they're really good. A swap for mac and cheese is Goodles. Oh my goodness. Goodles is just so good. It's a protein mac and cheese, so their pasta is like a protein pasta. Oh my gosh, I love Goodles. This one is like a good swap for like Kraft mac and cheese. And then there's a red box with white shells on it. It's like white cheddar. That one is a great swap for Annie's white cheddar mac and cheese. And it's just a little more protein for you. You have a protein pasta, so it has a lower glycemic index. It's just a little better of a swap. Speaking of lower glycemic index, something I've been loving in my coffee lately has been coconut sugar rather than regular cane sugar or brown sugar. It's just better for you than like a refined sugar. And I really like the flavor of it in my coffee. I use it every morning as a swap for brown sugar, and I personally really like it. And it's just a little better for you, so I get coconut sugar instead. Again, if you don't care about like artificial sweeteners, I highly recommend Jordan Skinny Mixes. They have some of the best sugar-free flavors, let me tell you. This salted caramel sauce, insane. Tastes just like regular salted caramel. You drizzle it on the cup of your coffee, you drizzle it on top. Ooh, it's delicious. So good. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbs. Same with the syrups. This one's just vanilla bean, but their salted caramel is so good. Their pumpkin spice, sugar cookie, like they have a million flavors. If you don't care about artificial sweeteners, I recommend Jordan Skinny Mixes. I've been using coconut sugar in my lattes just because I'm on that journey for myself, but you definitely don't need to do that. Another snack I've been loving is this gigantic bag, Jesus, of Lesser Evil Himalayan salt popcorn. This literally only has organic non-GMO popcorn, organic extra virgin coconut oil, and Himalayan salt. And in a cup of this, it's 40 calories. I find this does not fill me up, so I can eat more of it, so it feels more of like a bingey snack, but less calories, and it's not gonna like really do a dent in your caloric intake. And it tastes really good, so I've been loving this. Any chips by the brand Siete are so good. These are more for like clean ingredients if you want. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, grain-free, soy-free, paleo, and vegan. So basically anybody could eat these. But this nacho flavor has just been so good. I've been obsessed with this one. They also have a churro flavor, which is made with coconut sugar, so it's a lower glycemic index. Those are just some things I've been loving. Obviously eggs, cottage cheese, Good Culture cottage cheese, the double cream version. Oh, it's a staple. I have it in my fridge right now. Eggs, obviously I have eggs like every single day. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. If I miss some things, definitely ask some things in the comments. My dog is drinking water if you hear that. Definitely ask some things in the comments if you have more questions. I'm very open about this journey. I will talk about anything you want to know. Hopefully this kind of gave you a little bit of an overview about where I've been at after my surgery. No regrets whatsoever. It was not easy, but I would not change a thing. I am so happy. I just want to exercise more. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Goodreads. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.